to the weather. For that, we'll go over to meteorologist Devin Lucy live for us at Hillfield Elementary. Hi, Devin.
Hi, Emily, and hello, Utah here. Sometimes I don't think I give enough credit to the ladies who make it all go round. Mrs. Grossons, Mrs. Bean here with our 6th grade classes. Thanks for having us in today.
Thank you so much. We're so excited.
I can't wait, but I've already had excitement. It's tough to keep the 6th grade classes down here. They are a chattery bunch here, but they're quiet when we need to be, like right now, right? When we're on live on television. We've had a great time so far, and I know I'm going to get around. What I didn't tell you is we're going to be live on TV the entire time. So if you see up here, Mr. Todd's going to be having a camera that's showing you, that means you're on TV right now, like this side of the classroom. So we're going to start off a little bit easier here today. We've got to talk a little bit about weather and meteorology and things I've studied before. But the thing is, if you've been listening closely, you'll know that if you wanted to be a meteorologist someday, you'll know that there's one thing that makes meteorology possible, and I hope you're studying a lot of it right now. What's that course that makes the prediction in meteorology possible here today? What's your name?
Orion, and I...
Ryan or Orion? Ryan.
Orion.
Orion, okay. That's what I thought it was. So what is that course that makes the weather go round and makes it happen?
The water cycle.
Well, yes, it's the water cycle part of science, but there's one that makes it possible for us to predict the weather is what we're getting to. And you actually talked about it earlier. What was that course?
Calculus.
That was it, which is under?
Math.
Boom. See, he got to actually the harder part first, and then the easier part second. It's a little bit different when you're on a camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a little bit...
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's I don't know what it is, but it changes things. All of a sudden, it doesn't change anything. We're just talking, dude. It's fine. It's good. Oh, Ryan, good question. Good answers out there today. So math is so important that what we're going to do in our forecast right now, all that we did and utilize was calculus. A lot of people behind the scenes over many years developed these equations. And now that we have these fancy and strong supercomputers, we can make forecasts that tell us that who's getting a historic event in Utah today. Who's been paying attention? Oh my goodness. See, this is why I love the 6th grade class, because I told you I was going to ask you things you need to think about. What's your name?
Isn't it Maddie?
Okay, Maddie. Yeah.
St. George.
St. George. Yeah, they're getting what?
A delay in school because of the extra snow.
That is right. So they're going to be under today and are a winter storm warning. Do you know the last time St. George was under a winter storm warning? 6 years ago. 5.5 years ago, 2013. Do you know how many winter storm warnings they'd had issued since 2005? Now that's what, 14 years, right? Do you know how many they've had in that span? How many warnings? Just wait a minute, you know? What was the number you're going to throw out? Well, you know what you would be. Right. What's your name?
Abby.
Abby is absolutely correct. By 7, what are the chances you could do that? But she was absolutely nailed it, Abby. Well done. So let's get to our forecast. Now, a lot of this will be spent on St. George because of that winter storm warning. So a live look has been up in St. George right now where it has been snowing. You know how much has been reported already in St. George? They've already met their yearly average. Does anybody know what they average in snow for a year? You can just kind of shout it out. How much snow? 2. They average 3 inches of snow in a year. And there's already been a report of 3 inches of snow on the ground. So what will be interesting, I want to see if they're going to set a record today for a record daily snowfall. So there is a look at what's going on in St. George live and from our Southern Utah University Camera Network. Winter storm warnings will continue through St. George and Cedar City until 9 a.m. tomorrow. For the national parks down there, do you know what 2 national parks are down in Southern Utah? Bryce Canyon National Park, and the other big one is Zion National Park. And they're going to be going until 4 p.m. tomorrow. Doppler radar shows we've got some heavier snow that's just right at the beginning right now. Now back here at Hill Air Force Base, Hillfield Elementary, nothing going on. We might get some clouds this afternoon. Maybe we get a flurry, but I wouldn't expect much more than that. It's Southern Utah. Heavy snow throughout the day today, throughout this afternoon and tonight. And we are looking for that to wrap up not until we get into Friday as well. And Friday, we'll finally exit all that snow. But what are we looking at? Even right now in St. George, we could put down another 2 to 3 inches of snow during the day and another inch or so overnight. Cedar City might put down another maybe even 3 to 6. And then other parts of the state, we are looking for some bullseye zones near Escalante. Do you know what's near Escalante? That's going to be our national monument down that direction. Have you heard about that? Bears Ears. And then we're looking maybe from 1 to 1.5 feet there in Escalante and maybe in Monticello. Anybody gone to Four Corners and visited that? If you go through there, you might go through Monticello and Blanding. Monticello had a foot of snow recently. They might have another 1 to 1.5 feet. St. George winter storm morning, snow through tomorrow morning. Salt Lake City, we are out of the snow this time around, and we're just looking at some clouds this afternoon, but the cold. Has it been cold enough for you? It's been cold enough for me. I wish that groundhog was right. Unfortunately, that groundhog was wrong. Winter is still here in full force. Okay, we are at weather school at Hillfield Elementary, which is not far from Hill Air Force Base, you would think, and which it is. And a lot of our families here are Air Force members, correct? And military. So that's so much fun to be up with that today. Keep with us here on ABC4 News Midday. We're going to have more weather school in 25 minutes. We're going to get to talk a lot more about weather and especially about that snow and historic snow for southern Utah.